Right, I've also got a job to do on this trailer. You know, I put my stationary engines on here. Floor has got a bit weak where the engines are reasonably heavy, about a ton. And then when you ratchet them down over the course of travelling, they have bowled the wood. So we're going to put some strengthener bits in this. I've also had to change one of the tyres. That looked like another tyre was a bit out of shape, so we'll be putting a new one on that side as well. So this will be another little job that we'll be sorting out soon. See here that this tyre is bulging out in the middle. That's not overinflated. That's just got misshapen. Other than that, obviously you can see it's a bloody good tyre, but you see us bulging out there a bit, and you'll get a hot spot and that'll have a blowout. Like when you see on the road when a lorry blows out, that's just what happens first. So we've caught that quite well. This one we hit a bit of wood in the garden and done that, you see. But this one's skidded a few times, so we might as well have a new one on there. But you can see how flat the profile is on this one. If we put it next to this one, you can see how raised up the profile is on that one, can't you? That's bulged. So 2 new tyres for the trailer. Expensive. If you look at the back end here, you can see where the weight is on one place all the time, and obviously when you strap them big engines down, that's pulling it into there. So what I'm going to do is take the board out, and we're going to make some brackets up to go across there each side to stop that from happening. There's also, we've got a bit of a crack this side, look, so we'll be doing that both sides. So far all the trailer screws are just spinning. I've tried to lever the screwdriver under that and put pressure on it and spin it up. That one there is stripped out. That one's spinning, you can see. Hopefully if they spin, maybe they'll just pull out. So I'm going to carry on spinning them all and then see if they just pull out. I'm giving them a good wedge like this, and they still don't seem to want to come out. So it's quite a pain, really. So far none have come undone, and one in each corner has rung off. But I'd like to have got this middle one out here, and them 2 middle ones there. I might have to try and drill them, I think, because they're not coming out. So I've had to resort to drilling them out, which is actually very easy. So I wish I'd have started doing that in the first place. Mind you, that would have been nice if that had came out easy, wouldn't it? It's got one piece of wood out. I'm going to have to just take one side of this post out so we can get this other piece of wood out, because it's cut quite tight around here, you see. So we're going to have to take this out. So I had to take the sides off. So we need to brace across here and across here, about a foot wide. So that's what we're going to do on both sides, of course. And that will, you can see here where that's cracked there. I've got a crack there. That one's all cracked there and there. So if we go in between these 2 braces and in between them 2 short braces, we'll be okay. What I'm going to have to do, I've cut them. Obviously I don't want to cut near the galvanise. Caught the galvanise a little bit there, I'll paint that. I'm going to have to drill them out and then nut and bolt them, I suppose, or maybe tap them and thread them. So we've got all these out eventually, knocking them. We can put bolts through that one, but obviously this is a bit of box section, so it's going to be hard to get the nut on the other side. So I'm tempted to drill and tap it, but then there's not going to be much holding it either. But we'll see. We'll have to get some bolts that right size first. So what I'm going to use is this uni-strut, because I can drill and just put brackets on it, so I don't have to weld, because obviously I don't want to weld on galvanised because you have to clean so much. I'm intending to put these reasonably close together where them wheels sit on there, so we'll mark it, and then these will just fit in there, fit across. So one of the engines I got is 48 inches to the centres of the wheels. Now I can see roughly where that is on them holes. We're about an inch past each hill. I'm going to just mark that there. Past that hole. And about there. It's 365 mil from the edge. 365. Double check it. That's 375 to a 10 mil. So if we do 370, here as well. 370 there. That's where we need to put some uni-strut. One bit in the centre. One bit on the outside and one bit on the inside. So the engine I've just measured is the biggest engine I've got. So we're just going to come just past our mark and then go like that. So whether we put an engine, that should rest roughly on these uni-struts. I should be able to use some angle brackets to bolt them in so we don't have to do no welding. What I'm going to do is make some brackets with some angle. So we'll cut some of this to make some brackets to hold this on the trailer. So they're going to sit in there something like that. Obviously a little bit better than that. And yeah, easy peasy. This will sit down there for them to sit on. Got a drill, fix this to there, and drill holes to fix this to. So that's the next job. So what we haven't allowed for, so I can put spacers and drill holes through there and put spacers and hold them up to the top of there. Here we haven't allowed for the thickness. Oh no, we need to put that round that way. So we are alright. We need to just bring that over to there like that. That's the centre of the wheel. So it'll just be alright if we have it on that edge, or we cut a little bit to come across there. I might do that. It'd be nice to have that sit just on there. So I might just notch that out. So there we are with these holes in there. What we'll do is drill that to that line, drill through there, and then try and fiddle the bolts in, because we'll have to go through there. And that's our next job. So our main issue now is trying to get the bolts in. We're going to use shake-proof washers, so hopefully they won't spin. Oh. That's not a very good start, is it? So I'm going to tape this on the end of the screwdriver. And hopefully be able to put it through the hole and put a nut on it. We need to get some normal nuts, not lock nuts. It's a pity we didn't have more of these clinch nuts, because you can put them in. I've got a shake-proof part, but I haven't got any. Only that one. Not even going to be able to get to the end hole. There we are. Pull that through. Stick that bit on. Stick one of these nuts on, which has also got a built-in washer. We're going to struggle getting that right end one. Oh, we might get it. But there we go. So we'll carry on doing that. So we got them all apart from that right end one, because that was a bit too far away. So we just tape them on here. Give them a good tape on. Put a bit of grease on them as well. And then this one will be easy. Screwdriver might be too long, straight in. So that's worked out quite well. So we've got 4 of the 5 bolts in. We might be able to get that one at the end if we get a longer screwdriver. So what we're going to have to do is just pack this up to come up to there. We use a piece of uni-strut for that. This half uni-strut is no good. And then we'll drill through here and then complete this part as well today. Just got to watch this bit here. We don't obstruct this because that'll stop us getting the skids out. So I could have made them a little bit shorter really. I had to notch this one out, just like that. I didn't want to go across, I can't go across the top because obviously it's got to be down here for the struts to go on top, so these ones will finish there. These are ready to fit. Line that up. Drilled out. Managed to find a few more of these clinch studs. I'll do just fine on over there, so hopefully we'll have enough bolts to do the whole lot. tidy job. Just got to drill out the other two holes and then fit this side one on. So we've fitted them two bits in there, but I just bolt through here when we cut some more of this. And this bit is my spacer, so I can put them in there. Just got to find a way to fix them at this end. We might have to drill right through. You can see they fit in there nice and tight. I'll even them out. And then just got to try and fix this end. I might have to just fit a bit of steel across the bottom of them. Obviously we can bolt through there. That'll be fine on that side. Then we just got to finish off the other side. So put some M8 bolts in them ones. And what I'll do is run a piece of flat metal across the bottom, hard up against this, and then that'll stop it. They'll stop it from twisting because they'll be just all bolted to that. So that's how we cure that one. This one is smaller, so I'm just going to use M6 bolts. It's got plenty of little M6 bolts. They don't need, it's not holding any strength, just holding them in place. Right, so we're all laid out. Just got to drill through there, M8 bolts here, M6 here, and put a bit of flat steel across there like I was saying, and then work out how we're going to fit the floor back down. Obviously I can reach through here and bolt, but here and in there I need to drill and tap really, because that's a piece of box section. So I'm just going to use this piece of little angle, just drop this clinch stud through there, and that'll just stop these from moving around. Not that they're going to move, they can't move much anyway, because they're obviously quite tight setting anyway. Just use that. That'll be something a little bit extra just to stop it from moving. So then all we've got to do is put the floor back down. Found a few bolts that'll do in places. It's just that the joint is on a piece of box, so we have to think of something else for that. There we are. Just need to get these ones in the middle. What we can't get in a minute, but we've got these. Got them all out in the back. Looking good. Finished.